Okay, I thought I was recording this whole time. So I'm finally going to give you a reading about the Sarah Jackson situation with her brother. I was saying when I thought I was recording that I already had some preconceived feelings about what you were saying, which is why I was trying to make sure you did not tell me anything about this case, because I don't want to bring my bias into it. You did tell me that Sarah Jackson was a young woman who died at a lake trying to save her daughter from the lake, from drowning. And her brother set up a GoFundMe. You gave me the kid's age, 20, 13, 11, and 9. I believe the 9-year-old was the one that was drowning. The brother was from Washington State, and Ciro was living in Georgia at the time. Lawrenceville, I believe, is what you said. But when you first started telling me about it, like I said, you were giving me a lot of information. I was actually trying to stop you from giving me anything on it. But I was feeling that the brother, just based off of what you were saying, was not being 100 in his response or his sincerity into his sister's death. Something about him, I don't know, just wasn't adding up for me. I don't know what it is. You say he set up a GoFundMe to raise money for the children. And your mom wanted to donate. Not much, but still wanted to donate for this cause. I'm going to use the tarot card here. I'm using this deck here to try to give me a picture of what's going on as far as the brother is concerned and what information you need to know in regards to him. Sometimes the cards give us more than what we know or don't tell us what we need. You're the question at all. So we're going to see what it shows us or what it can tell me. I'm shuffling because the cards haven't told me to stop shuffling. Like I usually feel it when I know I'm supposed to stop shuffling. So there we go. That's what I need to stop. All right. And then I'm going to use this deck here to try to help me understand what type of person he is. So, and I want to shuffle camera so you can see that I'm not staging cards. Somebody told me I was staging cards before, so yeah. And then I may use my charms to help me guide me a little bit more. You'll see those in a minute. It took me a while to do this reading, like I said, because I wanted to try to remove my own feelings and bias from it. What I'm going to do is just pull a set of cards, usually 3 to 5, and let's see what the cards individually look like. I may read reversals. I don't know. I know when the cards follow, if I'm going to read the reversal, or if I'm just going to read it right out. And then I'll put together what I see the full image is. So we have the 7 of Wands. I'm showing that there is some type of fight. They're fighting against something. They feel like they've always been backed into a corner. I feel like this is the brother, is the way he felt about the sister. Like he was holding. She was... I feel that there was some past traumas that was probably up against them both, and the brother felt like she was against him at sometimes. This is the Hermit, but represented on the 5 of Cups. There's definitely a sense of loss, losing someone. So he is feeling very hurt, and he is grieving about his death of his sister, which is making him recall all the times that he felt that she was against him. And he's looking back at that with regret. Like, this is some situations that, some feelings that should have been let known, and he has regret on this situation now that she's gone. Okay, we also have the Five of Swords. Again, I sense that there was some type of mental battle or mental war. He felt that he's showing and proving, like he had to prove to the rest of the family who he was as a person. And he felt that he could outsmart them. It was called some type of division. There's another family member or sibling that is there as well, and that sibling is also gone. So, like I said, from the childhood, I'm sensing that he felt separated from his sister. But again, like I see that he's grieving the loss of her. It is true grief, and he feels regret and shame, which is why his head is down. And this is more of it, that he always, even though he's trying to let go, and he feels that regret, somewhere in his mind, he still is thinking about it. And like I said, there was possibly another sibling who's no longer with us also. So there's two people that is gone, his sister and another sibling. Just being that this person is gray haired, I'm going to say it's somebody that's older than them, another sibling that has left, and now he feels alone. Justice. There's a decision that he has to make in regards to his sister's passing. He has to get over any hurt feelings and make a decision. And I'm going to say right now that is about his nieces, the decision that he has to make. It's not like justice is being served. This is definitely a decision that has to be made. This is the Eight of Wands. The decision is about taking the children. He has to make the decision to take those children and take them into his care. And he's going to do so simply because of the regret he felt about the sister. Like, I see that there was communication between them. They probably laughed and joked about the situation growing up. But he's been holding it in his mind. It's been in his head, the history of how they grew up. I'm also seeing that there are 3 children. There's 4 children that I'm seeing, but I'm seeing 3 children. There's something medically wrong with them. So yeah, it's weighing heavy. In the Justice card, it's weighing heavy on him whether or not he should take these children into his care. His mind is telling him that's the right thing to do. So I'm going to say that the decision had to do with whether or not they were going to stay. This is the water representing on the coast. The decision is going to be based on whether or not they need to stay by this water on the coast. That's Georgia. And I'm seeing that he's going to decide to take them away. when I look at certain things, I'm looking at land and territory. And even though there's water nearby where he's at, it's more mountainous area. He's going to take them away. You mentioned before that he lived in Washington. I'm seeing that based off of these cards, children are going to go to Washington with him. It's going to happen very quickly. The death just happened, I believe you told me, at the beginning of this month, if I'm not mistaken. And this is September 30th. This is the end of the month. They're gone. These children have been, he's taking the children to Washington with him. So what I was saying, the initial feelings that I was getting, like there was something that was not sincere in the way he's presenting himself to others. Has something totally to do with him feeling like an outsider with his sister in some form or fashion. Like I say, they've grown up and they're able to. He presented himself as being a strong one in regards to that situation. He presented himself as being someone very strong. But now he's feeling regret about how he felt. He's feeling great regret about how he felt. But I'm still seeing 3 children here. I'm still seeing 3. They're gonna be worried about 3 of the kids. I see this as being him and the older daughter, or him and someone else. If not the older daughter, someone else that is feeling responsible for these children. But there's 3 that they have to really worry about medically wise. And the reason why I'm saying medical is because of somebody told me this is wine. I see this blood, so I see that as something. When I see blood in a picture, sometimes I see that as health, not necessarily blood related, but still health issues. And there's 3 with health related issues that these 2 are gonna have to look out for. So I'm not sure if that's gonna be him and no, it's not him and the older daughter. It's him and another person, and the third party. And the reason why I'm saying that it's third party, because just by the way that this image is designed, this line is going through that cups. This is somebody that's not related that's going to be helping them look out for those 3. He's going to have to get over. He's going to have to get over the feelings that he had in regards to these 2 people. This is definitely a sister, closest to the water, and I'm believing an older relative that is no longer with him either. He's gonna have to get over that shit. Yeah, he pretty much gotta put his he gotta get his head together. His sister was seen as a prize. She was seen as a queen by those that loved her and knew her. That's what I'm getting represented. Like, yeah, that is a woman. I was gonna say this person looks like a woman. It is a woman, and I'm seeing a crown. The crown on her head is very. I was gonna say representative. Is that the right word? That's her. That's how people saw her. They viewed her as a queen, and so now he feels like justice has to be done in regards to his sister's children. So I think that what I was picking up, like I said initially, about something not being right, that secret of how he truly felt, that's probably what I'm getting here. Let's see if I can get anything from these cards, because like I said, I wanted to just see if I could gauge the type of person that he was just from these cards, or the type of person that he is, because he's still in existence, and whether or not that you should give him the money. I guess after you said you were going to give it to him, he's expecting, he's waiting. There's concern. He has concern. He has expectations that something good is going to come along, or he's not certain if what he put out there is going to be received. But he's expecting good things. He's expecting to get a lot from that GoFundMe. He's expecting to get a lot from that GoFundMe. He's a mature man. He does very well for himself. He likes to travel. I'm not showing that he's somebody that is in need of money. He does very really well for himself. Even without the GoFundMe, those children are going to be taken care of. But he is expecting to get some funds from that GoFundMe to help him along the way, because he's going from a single man to having 4 daughters, basically, or 4 nieces. Yep, there's definitely change in travel. That's going back to this eight of wands here. They're moving. There's going to be significant change happening. They're moving. They're definitely moving. So he's taking them out of Georgia with him. Wealthy. I was saying that I sensed him that he wasn't hurting for money. Yeah, he's pretty wealthy himself. He's well off. He's not living paycheck to paycheck. However, he's uncertain of whether or not this is going to put a financial strain on him. So, yeah. And it has message of concern. How he's presenting himself is concerning others. How he's presenting himself is concerned. He's expecting something, so he's building this. He's built up this hope is the word I want to say it. He's built up a story, and it may be a true story, but he's a mature man. He's telling a story. You see all these books behind him, and when I say telling a story, I don't mean that it's a fable or it's false, but he's sharing this pain. He's telling all of these stories right now, and he's hoping that by telling all that information, he's hoping that this expectation by telling all this information that he's going to get what he put out there, that it's going to come back to him tenfold. Like I said, because with this justice, he's deciding to change. He's going to move them away. He's moving these children with him. Whether or not they're going to come back, it's not seen here, like, because they grew up in Georgia. But I don't see him. Is this him moving? That may be part of the decision too. Whether it should be him that's moving instead of him moving the children. I see the children are moving, but whether he should move them permanently or move himself to where they are is indeed his concern. You see the man back here in the back holding the luggage. He is uncertain whether he should move himself or move these children with him on a more permanent change. Because I do show that these children, if not today, they moved. They moved with him. Like I say, he's pretty well off, doing well for himself where he's at in Washington. And so taking himself to Georgia is his concern, in addition to bringing these children with him. And do so on the message of concern. He's expressed his concern in writing. He wrote it down. Maybe he wrote, and he wrote it to his sister. He wrote it to his sister who was no longer with us. Maybe he wrote it before. No. I was thinking maybe he wrote it before she passed away. Maybe this was something that they discussed before about who would take care of her kids if something should ever happen to her. But I do see that he has put it in writing, his concerns, his feelings about what they had growing up, his feelings that he had about the losses that he's experienced, his concerns about taking care of children that aren't necessarily his. They are blood. I'm seeing it also. The children are his blood. They are blood, and his concern about doing it with another person. So I'm not saying that he's going to do anything wrong with the money from the GoFundMe. I do see that he is in his mind, because he's a thinker. He's a thinker. Like you see the little clock there, and the clock, the tick, 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 tick. His mind is always thinking. Is moving like a clock. He's methodical in the way he does stuff, which is why he's trying to tell his story now to get people to give people to give, because the change is happening. The change is coming. That's right now. The change is right now. The loss he's feeling and experiencing, and all the things he's recalling is right now. Yeah, he just has great concern. He has great concern. Okay, I said I was gonna try to see if my charms gave me anything as well. Okay, again, this is about Sarah Jackson. Ty, you did say that I could share this video, so I think I may do that, but I'm gonna let you view it first. So this is my charm bowl. This is a bunch of trinkets and stuff, that the odds and ends that I keep. Sorry for the ASMR sounds. I hate listening to ASMR sounds. Okay, so what I'm showing here, I think that he likes jazz. He likes jazz, or the sister like jazz. This is what I'm gauging here just from this. He like jazz. This is like jazz. As I stated before, he's telling a story, which is what I'm gathering here from our little laptop and my little Scene It act. Although, like I say, although the story may be true, what he's telling, he's embellishing it some, hoping, this is our wheel of fate here, our wheel of fortune, hoping that it turns in his favor. That's what I'm saying, hoping that it turns in his favor. He is linked, cuffed, so to speak, to these children. He is going to take these children on. He's going to put them in his custody. I have here the sand in the bottle. This is, for me, is representing what the lake that was his sister was found in. Like the sand is black, so either the water was a murky type of water, or there was maybe a small sandy coast around the lake, or just dirt around the lake for where she was found. Again, I'm coming up with the medical. There's medical situations going on. We have the ambulatory care. This is either in regards to the children or in regards to his sister's death. We also have the nurse's logo. There's great care that's going to be needed for those children. I'm seeing this is for the children. There's great care that's going to be needed for those 3 kids. I have the Aquarius symbol here, but I'm only seeing the Aquarius symbol for water. I'm only feeling that for water here. Then we have the dragonfly. There's hope. There's a lot of hope and expectation, as we saw with the Kipper cards. And then there's a sense of peace and balance that he's trying to maintain, trying to gain by telling his story. As at a peace and balance, he's trying to get the key. I think there's going to be more that's going to come out in regards to his sister. He needs to keep telling the story. However, like I said, this is my personal feeling. The way he's presenting this story makes everything seem false. And it's not making people believe or making people want to give. I'm gonna turn that fade again. It's not gonna be as profitable as he expected because of how he's telling the story. It makes it seem like it's not true. It makes it seem like it's not true. Okay, I think I'm trying to see if I can give you a closer picture of the charms. I tried to hold them all up. I hope I did. So that's what I'm gauged from him. I think that what he plans to do with the money is going to be used for the kids. He's not trying to scam people out of money. I think that he's going to be trying to use that specifically for the girls. I think that, like I said, because of how he's presenting himself, he's coming off as not genuine. He may very well be an Aquarius, and sometimes Aquarius people can seem cocky because he is a man that does well for himself. He likes to believe that he's very successful. The wealth card, the wealthy man, the mature man presented that to us. He can come off as a bit arrogant, boastful, and that is coming across to people, and they are not really buying into what he's selling. So he may not get all that he's asking for, but I do believe that genuinely he is going to be using this money for the benefit of the girls, because somebody, maybe he still has to pay for his sister's hospital stay or care. I'm not sure, but there's still medical needs that need to be addressed. And I saw that with the children on the tarot cards. So I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you. Okay. So sorry this took so long. And this is, I guess I could say this is Twisted Guidance Tarot. And I appreciate you asking me to do this for you. Thank you. Peace.